Every one of us that has played The Last of Us, will soon play The Last of Us 2, have always thought that it would make an incredible film or TV series. Well, there is incredible news. HBO have announced that they're adapting The Last of Us to be a new HBO TV series. Now, this is hugely exciting, and there's always the worry as to who's going to be involved, how much those that created The Last of Us are going to be involved in the creation of the TV series. Well, there is good news on that front. I'm sure many of you will remember the mini-series that came out on HBO and obviously Sky last year, which was Chernobyl. The incredible almost like for like adaptation of, well, it's not an adaptation, it was a true event obviously, but how they've managed to create that, I'm still staggered and incredibly in awe at that series. It was an incredible series, and thankfully the guy that created that, Craig Mazin, is the writer who is going to create alongside Neil Druckmann, who, as we know, co-directed The Last of Us and The Last of Us 2. Those two together are going to create and produce the HBO TV series. So this puts an awful lot of hope in that this is really going to be something very special. I'm certainly hoping for that, certainly when you consider how well Craig Mazin did Chernobyl. The production values on that for such a small series was incredibly high, and the acting and the scripting and everything was just top notch. And it's kind of in a very sort of similar way, you know, I know it was a nuclear accident that happened, but kind of that sort of had a post-apocalyptic feel to it, and how they managed to portray a set period in time so accurately. And when you combine their skills and ability in that production and how they're then going to apply that to The Last of Us 2, it really gives me a warm fuzzy feeling that they're really going to do a good job. And it's just really positive that Neil Druckmann is involved heavily with this too.
What are you doing, kiddo?
If I remember rightly, there was a film that was in production up until 2016. I can't remember who with, but Neil Druckmann, I think, pulled out because I believe they wanted, those that were producing it wanted to change how it was, and Neil Druckmann didn't want that. So I imagine that that's not going to be a problem here. In terms of when it's going to be available for us to watch on HBO or Sky or wherever, there's all it has so far is a coming soon. So that could be this year, but I doubt. I imagine it's more sort of later next year. But then it does say coming soon, so it could be this year, could be later this year. So next gen consoles and a HBO TV series on The Last of Us. Could things get any better? Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous.